Guys, today I'm going to be bringing you a review of the Onnit Hydrocore bag. Just bought this a couple weeks ago and they finally had it back in stock. It's $109.99 retail. Since I've been doing Onnit greens powder monthly subscriptions when they've had it, they've been out for like 6 months now. But when they've had it in stock, I used to do it. I've done it for years now. So they have what's called Onnit X points. So I've racked up quite a bit of points and I got $30 off. So I paid $79.99 for this bag. So this is basically what it sounds like. Hydrocore. It is a bag filled with water. I think filled to the max. It holds about 30 pounds. I put 20 pounds in it because I wanted to have some room for the water to slosh around in. This is what makes this thing unique. So there is 2 handles right here on top. You can hold it this way. There is, and then you can do like a single handle at one time too, if you're doing something like that. Same thing here, you can do a single handle, or you can do the double handle. And these handles have like a big hard rubber knob, or whatever that's made out of. Circle knob, and then they got strings on them. So they move around a lot. They're very free motion. You can do a lot of different things with them. It has a fill spout right here. So this is just like a twist cap, and then it comes with a little adapter piece. You put the adapter piece in, it's just an open hole so you can fill it with water. So like I said, you fill it with a few pounds of water all the way up to like 30, but 20 is probably the sweet spot, so I can slosh around and make it harder. If you're a person who hasn't really worked out before and you're just looking to get a little bit of resistance for squats, lunges, curls, overhead press, anything like that, some kind of workout you can do in your home, this is pretty much an all-in-one tool. If you don't want to go too heavy, so you can do like shoulder presses with it, and it's 20 pounds. It's not a lot of weight for someone who's been working out for a long time. It's pretty strong, but if, like I said, if you're new to exercise, this is going to be a fairly challenging weight for you. You can put it over your shoulder, do lunges with it, do squats with it. And even if you're an advanced person, like you've been working out for a long time, you're pretty strong, there's ways to make this quite a bit harder. So you could do like a floating lunge or something like that. So one leg off the ground, floating lunge. All of a sudden 20 pounds feels a lot heavier than 20 pounds. When you modify the movements to make them harder like this. You can also do this. I've done it doing pull-ups, holding it in between my legs like this. So you just do your pull-ups like this, cross your feet. So you can add 20 to 30 pounds of resistance to your pull-ups there that way. You can put it on your back while you're doing push-ups. One thing I really like this for, I have to move the camera a little bit to show you guys this. So, an area that very often gets neglected with people, especially like athletes and people who need to train this, is the tibialis anterior. So this is the front shin muscle. And I have found that this works extremely well for this. It's probably a lot easier to just do this on a plyo box or something, but I'm going to do it up on my glute hand developer, if I can get up here with it. Alright, no! Loop that back into my toe here. Of course. Get it this way, but not the right way. Alright. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put these strings in the crease of my big toe, just like you're wearing sandals, and then legs straight out. Like I said, you can do this on a plyo box or sitting on the edge of your couch or whatever too. So I'm going to let my ankles fully plantar flex, and then I'm going to pull them up. So I'm working this anterior shin muscle here, the tibialis anterior. It's a great movement for people who suffer from shin splints or something like that, people with really tight calves. A lot of times your calves get really strong and really disproportionately pull on that ankle joint, so your calves get tight, your toes want to just point and point because this muscle is getting weak, the calves are getting overly strong, and it's messing with the joint mechanics. So this is a good way to balance that, strengthen the front of your shin along with the calves to get balanced ankle development. And then if you need a way to work your calf muscles, you do the same thing with this. If you got pretty strong calves, go to the edge of the staircase or whatever, lean off something, single leg calf raises with an extra 20 pounds. And like I said, there's ways to make these things harder. Single leg calf or double leg calf raise with 20 pounds, for most people probably wouldn't be very challenging, but switch to a single leg, all of a sudden it's pretty challenging. And then there's some just cool, unique things you can really do with this thing and where it shines. You can use it for all different movements. It is resistance, but the place that this thing really shines is for fluid movements and like switching from one exercise to the next. So you can do like and you can just get like a good warm up going or like a good flow going. This is more fun than the traditional warm up that you do like logging on the treadmill or whatever. It's not too much weight, so you're not getting super tired, but you're already getting the muscles nice and warm. Or for other people, that could just be your actual workout. If you're not in really good shape yet or you're not really strong yet. You can do like some swinging side to side. So coming into like a high lunge pattern, you can do work on like swinging side to side. And work on, as I'm falling, work on that hip stability while the torso is rotating. The hips and core are staying stable and well balanced. You can slow that down, switch to the other handles, and just work on slow and controlled rotation. There's another one I really like. You can do a shin box. So you bend both legs to 90 degrees and turn them one way, and then you can turn and rotational press. Come back this way, come up, rotational press. Quite challenging, even with just 20 pounds. And the less breaks you take, obviously. You get more tired, you can flow through things. You're working on your conditioning as well as your strengthening, depending on what exercises you're choosing. One more thing I really like to do with this, before I finish up this review, is bicep curls. So if I was gonna do dumbbell bicep curls, I could probably get a few reps with 50 pounds with each arm. And this is only 20 pounds. You may be thinking like, what is 20 pounds gonna do to challenge you? 50 pounds, dumbbells is gonna be quite a bit harder. Like this can be super easy if I'm just curling 20 pounds. Well, the thing about this is the resistance is dynamic. It's constantly shifting and moving around. So if I was just doing a normal bicep curl, it's not very hard because that weight is moving slowly and controlled. My muscles don't have to work very hard to control it because it's pretty stable. Now, if I'm gonna do one arm at a time and I'm gonna alternate and I'm gonna lift one side while the other side's falling, it's gonna become much harder. It's gonna give you more of a conditioning effect. And if you are really strong, you're gonna have to go pretty high reps. I usually do 40 or 50 on this, but it is a great way to like really overcharge the muscles, really get a good conditioning effect, really work on the strength endurance of your biceps, and just like the muscles being able to stop and control motion and everything like that, keeping the unstable load under control. So this is what it looks like. So you can see I just did 30 there, and it starts to get pretty damn tiring of just having the water slosh around everywhere, just having to control it. So I like to use that as a finisher, and a lot of people in the gym really get stuck in certain ways. So like, we'll always do 3 sets of 10 bicep curls, and we'll go, you know, just the normal 1, 2 on the way up, short pause, 1, 2 on the way down, 1, 2, pause, 1, 2, and just, you're always in the same tempo, you're always in the same exercise, and you're not really demanding more of your body. You're not really giving a different stimulus to have to adapt to. And it gets boring over time sometimes for people, unless you really love the gym. It can get boring, and you're just constantly exposing your body to the same stimulus. Sometimes you can get like overuse injuries and stuff like that. If you're doing a lot of just dumbbell bicep curls the same way every time, you can get like inner elbow pain or something like that just from constantly doing the same thing over and over again for years. So finding a way that you can change it up a little bit, get a little bit different. And you see when I'm doing this, I'm not doing the exact same thing every time. This weight is constantly shifting. So sometimes my elbow might come in a little bit straight, it might come out a little bit. It's just many different movement patterns here, just slightly different every time. And throwing that in your workouts once in a while and just getting different stimulus and breaking through those movement patterns that you're using day in and day out for years on end. This is gonna help like recharge your body a little bit, give you a little bit different stimulus, and not just constantly beat down the same movement patterns you use every time. So, I have a lot of home gym equipment here. I've reviewed several things on this channel before, and I really don't need this water bag. I got plenty of workouts I can do without it, and I definitely get a full conditioning, strength training workout in without this. But since I've got it, I've really enjoyed using it. There are some unique things you can do with it, like the curls, or I've even done certain things. I've done leaning over a plyo box and do basically the same thing as the curls, but with hamstring curls and doing one over the other. That's pretty challenging on the hamstrings as well. And I've definitely liked using this thing. It's a very good piece of equipment. Surprisingly, you would think a bag of water is kind of risky to be throwing around your house, because you'd think it like after a while it would leak. But so far I've had it for a couple weeks. I haven't slammed it in the ground. They don't recommend slamming it in the ground, but I have done things like this, slamming it on my shoulders, throwing it around. You can see it's slamming into my back right now. All types of like spinning workouts like this. This thing is definitely built to last. And if you look at the reviews on the Onnit website, almost all of them are 5-star reviews, and there's like over 100, I think. So clearly any water leakage or breaking in this thing is not an issue for people. They do recommend when you store it that you do the Onnit logo side up. This is the side with the lock here to keep it up. So you put that, when you're storing it, you keep this side up just so there's not water constantly pushing down on the valve here. But this thing is very well built. As long as you keep it away from pointy, sharp objects or anything like that, you take good care of it, it should last you a very long time. And like I said, if you're a strong person, even you can use this, just finding some different ways to make movements harder. Single leg floating lunges or stuff like that, or just picking exercises that you've never really done before that 20 pounds can be challenging on. Something just like a simple halo around your head for your shoulders. There's so many different movements you can do with this. You just gotta look them up or experiment on your own. It can definitely expose you to some new stimulus, give you like a fresh new workout, different movement patterns, and just kind of giving your body a break from what I said, like the same old bicep curl, 3 sets of 10 at the same tempo you've been doing for years. Just mixing it up, doing different things. Like I said, it's also great for if you're like an office worker or something, you've been sitting 8 hours a day and you don't really have time for a very long workout. You just want to get in, get some movement going, get some blood pumping, and kind of try to negate some of the effects of sitting for 8 hours a day. This could be a great way to do that. You can throw together combos, squats, lunges, presses, shin box, rotational presses, anything like that. Very easy to transfer from one exercise to the other. You can get a pretty great workout in probably under 10 minutes. And then another thing that this really would be great for is travel workouts. So you can open the valve here, dump all the water out. You can take it with you on the airplane. It compresses really small, put it in your luggage. Then you get to your destination, wherever you're going on vacation, and you got a nice workout tool that, like I said, you can combine tons of different things together. Especially when you're on vacation, you don't want to be stuck doing hour-and-a-half long workouts or whatever. Doing vacation's a good time to take like a deload week and not really do really heavy workouts or hard workouts, but this is a great way to get like a nice light blood flowing recovery workout in, maintain your fitness while you're on vacation. And like I said, if you're a beginner and you're not really super into exercise, you just want to find a tool that can help you get a good workout in a couple times a week, burn a couple extra calories, build a little bit of muscle, and just make you feel better about yourself and improve your health a little bit. This is a pretty cheap, great tool to use to just get, an hour, hour and a half of workouts in per week. If you're a mom, if you're a stay-at-home mom, if you're a business guy and you've got not very much free time, you can throw together a really quick workout with this tool, and it's very versatile. You just got to learn how to use it. So I'm gonna stop rambling here. I hope you enjoyed this review of the Onnit Hydrocore bag. Very well made piece of equipment, very unique. Not much like it out there right now. There is Bulgarian bags, which are kind of similar, that you fill with sand, but the water just swishes around so much easier, adds another dimension, and it's been a really fun workout tool for me for the last couple of weeks. So check it out at Onnit. They can sell out, so just go on the notify when they're back in stock list if they're sold out right now. But this is a great piece of equipment, and I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you have any questions for me about the Onnit Hydrocore bag or any other fitness related questions, feel free to ask in the comments section. Leave a like and subscribe for some more gear reviews and some at-home workouts you guys can do. Thanks for watching.